Here we are then, coming towards the end of lap one here at Bahrain for the Purple Sector Formula 1 League. It's Street Boy leading the way ahead of Nathan in second place with Tez and Mazda there in third. We've got Vista currently running P4 ahead of Brinky, followed by Truckee with Stiffmeister Oliver. V10 Ultra there has got, is trying to attack on the back of Oliver as they're coming out the final corner here. Can he get a good run? Coming down the start finish straight, Street Boy doing the fast up of the race from the lead, obviously, as you'd expect. But V10 Ultra, no DRS this time around here on the back of Oliver as we see Magpie tune into the pits at the end of the first lap. So that's not gone well for him, whatever the case. V10 Ultra's too far back on Oliver. Oliver's got a good straight line speed, but he goes deep into turn one, but gets it turned nonetheless as we see Matty Pitt there moving ahead of the mark up into P11 as they come through turn two. And through three we go. Matty Pitt's got that move done, and the mark would probably have got that move back done on with if the DRS is open, but he hasn't because there is no DRS at this stage in the race. As V10's got around the outside of Oliver there. Mr. Johan there getting down the middle, although the mark there managing to get back ahead of Mr. Johan there. Matty Pitt completing the move on both of them. Although Mark trying to come back at him around the outside, can't do that, and tucks him behind him. As now Mr. Johan coming back at the mark there, down the inside into this next corner. And Mr. Johan back up into 12th place, but missed it. But the mark's not done yet. But has he got a decent run here through this next sequence of corners? No, he hasn't. Mr. Johan's got that move done on him up into P12 there. So these two chopping and changing right now. The two Haas drivers, as we saw a big look up there from Mr. Johan going into the corner. Rexy Boy just behind. He's running in P14. Magpie tune after that first that pit stop down in P15 and struggling so far in this one. But it's Street Boy out in front ahead of Nathan with Tez and Mazda there in third place. Followed by Vista. You've got Brinky, Truckee. There's Stiffmeister ahead of V10 Ultra. Oliver and Nino Blanco completing the top 10 in these early stages here. There's Matty Pitt, Mr. Johan, the mark, Rexy Boy and Magpie tune running at the back of the pack here. But Street Boy already has broken the 1 second barrier here to Nathan, so he's driving very, very nicely indeed at the moment. Is Street Boy clearly a bit of a fan of this circuit as we've got Tezza now looking to the outside of Nathan, down towards turn one. He breezes past him there without the DRS as he's going to try and complete that move around the outside there. Tezza has got the inside for the turn two, gets that move done there on Nathan up into P2, but Nathan's not done. He's going to look to try and get the slipstream here up towards this next sequence of corners here. He's got the DRS as well to help him out. He's going to try and go around the outside here. Tezza's going to park it on the inside and it's going to try and run him out of road here, but I tell you what, Nathan's pulled off an absolute blinder of a move there, has managed to hold his ground around the outside, swoops around Tez and Mazda up into second place, and these two having an exciting battle right now. Nathan was never going up in that one, and it's still continuing on here between these two, but Nathan's still holding on to second place in that one. He's showing Tez that he's certainly not going to be waving him through anytime soon. Vista though is going to be closing on these two whilst they battle, and it's going to be causing a bit of a chain reaction here. We're going to see a lot of cars constantly up if these two continue to slow each other down and battle each other here. You've got Brinky, Truckee, Stiffmeister, a couple of seconds off of that train. You've got V10 Ultra all over the back of Stiffmeister as well here. Will be looking to move himself up into 7th as quickly as he possibly can here. Oliver isn't far away from these two. Nino Blanco as well is right there with them. So this could be interesting here. V10 Ultra will be wanting to clear Stiffmeister as quickly as possible. In the meantime, Tezza is right on the back of Nathan still as they're coming down this little straight towards the final corner. Now he'll want to stay behind here because you don't want to make a move before the final corner because then you won't have DRS on the guy ahead. So you want to wait for that DRS zone and then you want to use that to its full effect. As here we go, we're going to watch Tez and Mazda breeze past the Alfa Romeo without any real major issues here. There we go. Looks to the inside with DRS wide open. Down the inside he goes. And Vista is trying to make a move as well as he's looking to the inside now of Nathan, but he can't do it. Has to back out of it. Brinky in the background there, just had a Truckee still. V18 Ultra's managed to make the move on Stiffmeister there up into P7 as well. And Mark there has got ahead of Mr. Johan up into P12. So the DRS showing how strong it is around this Bahrain international circuit here. It really is quite overpowered around this circuit. We've got Street Boy still leading by 2 seconds ahead of Tezza Mazda, who's got Nathan still all over the back of him at the moment. Mr. Johan there moving back ahead of the mark up into P12 as these two chopping and changing constantly here as they come through turn 4. But Street Boy out the front, doing the business so far in this one. It's been a really strong drive from him so far. He's got his head down, driving in the Ferrari, one of the quicker cars, obviously, in the F1 23 game. Obviously, we're racing in realistic car performance this season, just as a one-off. Not the usual here at Purple Sector, but for this season, they're running the realistic car performance, and that's pretty cool. Obviously, it's interesting to see when you've got the guys who maybe aren't always up there or thereabouts in the faster cars. It really does create a bit of a mix-up, and you've got the faster guys like Tezza and V10 driving in the Alpha Tauri this season. Not the slowest car. I like what they've done because they obviously want the best drivers fighting for the top positions, but they don't want it to be too easy for them. So I like what Purple Sector have done here. Obviously, if they wanted to make it super fair, they'd be putting Tezza and V10 in the Haas or the Williams. Well, actually, no, not the Williams, because the Williams isn't the slowest car by a long way anymore. But, you know, you're putting him in at least a Haas. But I like they haven't done that. They've gone and put them essentially in cars that they can sort of do something with, but ultimately not much, if you see what I mean. As we see Nathan here looking to the outside of Vista, but Vista's managed to make the move on Nathan there up into third place, coming through turns 1 and 2. Now Nathan trying to get a switch back here to the outside, as Vista there's going to park his car in the right place. There's no way through there for Nathan at the moment, but Nathan's now lost 2 places in the last couple of laps here, and Vista's pulling up to the back of Tezza as well. Might be fancying second place here pretty soon, as Street Boy continues to stretch his legs out the front. See Vista there moving past Tezza and down the start of the straight, so he's now got that one done with the DRS open, and now it's Ferrari and Red Bull 1-2. Obviously we can see Street Boy and Vista got the opportunity in fast cars this season, and they're fully making the most of it. Tezza there with the DRS here down towards turn 4. He's going to have a chance. He's not really close enough on Vista and Nathan. Oh, Nathan tapping Tezza, more than a tap. That was a shove in the rear there from Nathan on Tezza. Completely missed his braking point. He's looking to the inside into this next sequence, but he's too far back, and Tezza there would have been pretty much, I'm sure there would have been a couple of swear words coming from Tezza, as he saw the, well, he would have felt the Alfa Romeo absolutely wallop him in the rear there. Tezza though, not letting that hold him back. He's still Haas in the back of Vista, as Rexy Boy's moved ahead of Mr. Johan up into P13. Street Boy's gap to Vista and Tezza currently 2 seconds, but Tezza's certainly not allowed that to make him drop the ball here. He's still right on the race, on the second place driver, Vista, at this point. Riding on board with our Alpha Tauri driver here, the reigning champion here at Purple Sector for the Formula 1 League. Champion for Motive Racing's Formula 1 League a couple of seasons ago as well. And, you know, he's got all the credentials as Tezza Mazda. He's one of the best drivers on the PlayStation in the sort of like amateur league category, if you like. See Nathan into the pits here at the end of lap 6, so he's obviously trying to get the undercut here on his rivals. Tezza's too far back on Vista going into turn 1. Oh, we got a move being shaped here. Missed up Matty Pitt down the inside of Nino, but Nino trying to keep it around the outside here. Goes very late on the brakes. Does he get it stopped in time? Oh, as he gets a massive slide there, and Matty Pitt completes the move over to P9. But Nino Blanco there tried to keep it around the outside, almost lost it, and that could have very easily been tears there. But Nino just about managed to control it. Nathan now out and away, having made his pit stop. Now, where's he going to come in relation to Nathan here? Oh, he's sorry, Magpie Toon, should I say. Nathan is well ahead of Magpie Toon at the moment, so he's going through turn 2 now. Magpie Toon just coming into turn 1. So there's at least 5-6 seconds between those two at the moment. But Street Boy out the front is gap 2 seconds, and the gap's not really gone up in the last couple of laps. It's stayed the same. So Street Boy currently doing what he has to do, but he's not gaining any more time on the guys behind him at the moment. We see Stiffmeister into the pits here in the lap 7 as well. Trucky's now moved ahead of Brinky down the inside into turn 1 as well. can see Rexy Boy here trying to defend off the mark and Mr. Johan at this point. As these three all in a bit of a train here, battling over P8. And V10's got back ahead of Brinky up into 5th place as well. So Brinky making a mistake there coming out of turn 4. Tezza all over Vista here, and he's got a beautiful exit there, and he's going to look to the outside here, coming towards this very tricky downhill left-hander which heads towards that long back straight, and Tezza a bit of a lock up there, gets a better exit though than Vista. Here we go, DRS open for Tezza now as well. Surely this is going to be job done here for Tezza Muzza. Looking to the inside, he's well alongside, he's now past Vista as they come into the braking zone on the inside there. Tezza Muzza makes that move up into 2nd place. Vista trying to keep it around the outside, but he's not going to be able to there. Tezza Muzza moves himself through, and now he can try and chase down Street Boy. Both of these two have been keeping the gap to Street Boy at the same for the last couple of laps. If Tezza can pull a gap to Vista and put himself out of pressure zone, then who knows, maybe he might be able to start reeling in Street Boy out the front here. So Tezza Muzza now up into 2nd place. What can he do here now? And Tezza is into the pits here at the end of lap 8. So Tezza, the first of the, actually no, not the first of the soft runners, but Nathan was the first of the soft runners to come in. Brinky's also come in, so has Nino Blanco. But the rest of the leaders still yet to come in at the moment. Street Boy obviously out in front, still out there. Vista still going. Truckee and V10 battling for 3rd place here. V10 down the inside, Truckee trying to keep it around the outside. As these two very, very close there. V10 getting a slightly better run there out of that sequence of corners. And he's going to have the preferred line here through this section. And now V10 has got that move done up into 3rd place. He's held on to that one. As where's Tezza come out? He's come out actually well ahead of Nathan. So Nathan wasn't too far away from the leaders when he came in. Tezza's 7 seconds clear of Nathan. So Tezza's definitely in the ascendancy compared to him. But yeah, Street Boy's still out in front, 3 seconds his gap right now over Vista. And V10 Ultra's still got Truckee trying to hassle him for 3rd place here. But the top 4 still yet to make their pit stop. Obviously all soft runners. Top 7 all yet, or no, top 6 still yet to pit, but the other two, Rexy Boy and Mark in 5th and 6th, started on the medium tyres, so they're on a completely different strategy, and they're too far behind the soft runners out the front to have any chance to really mix it up. But 7 seconds separating the top 4, Street Boy, Vista, V10 Ultra and Truckee, as we see Street Boy into the pits here at the end of lap 9. So race leader brings it in, and V10 Ultra also coming in. Vista going longer than any of the other soft runners here. Vista and Truckee, the ones who are trying to turn this into a bit of a marathon here for this first stint. That'll mean they got less laps to do on their medium tyres when they put them on. So Street Boy and V10 putting the mediums on, no surprise there. We're expecting these to come behind Tezza. So there is Tezza going into turn 1. Oh, it's going to be tight here, you know. Do you know what? Tezza must have come out behind Street Boy. Oh, no, he hasn't. He's got the inside for turn 2. And Tezza Muzza takes the lead. So Street Boy was the net race leader. He was leading by 3 seconds before he came in. But Tezza Muzza's managed to get the undercut here. But Tezza's tyres are only a lap older as well. So this could now be the battle for position for the win. Tezza Muzza has managed to get an undercut brilliantly there on Street Boy. Did Street Boy have a poor in lap? Not quite sure. But Vista out in front has got a 3-second time penalty. Obviously, he's the current race leader, but he's not the net race leader. He will lose that. These two will both jump him unless they start battling each other royally to the point where they start slowing each other down and causing each other all sorts of problems here. But Vista out the front needs to pit either this lap or very soon. Nathan's moved ahead of Oliver up into 10th place as well. Nathan obviously was one of the early pit stoppers here, put the hard tyres on, which is not really the tyre you want to be on at all. As Matty Pitt here trying to get involved in the back of Oliver here as well. Sorry, I was just looking for my remote control for my curtains. Truckee and Vista in the pits here at the end of lap 10, 11, 10, 11, 10, 11. Yeah, end of lap 10. Rexy Boy into turn 1 is your current race leader, having still yet to pit. So Vista comes out behind the likes of Tezza, Street Boy, and Stiffmeister. Trucky behind V10 Ultra. So Vista ahead of Stiffmeister there in 4th place. Rexy Boy still out the front ahead of Tezza with Street Boy there in 3rd place. As Vista there with a time penalty obviously for track limits. So it looks like everybody now on the mediums. Pretty sure a couple of these guys started on the mediums, right? V10 Ultra here, putting the pressure on Stiffmeister for 5th place. Tez has got ahead of Rexy Boy, who obviously is still yet to pit. Street Boy willing to get ahead of him as quickly as he can to try and keep on the back of Tezza. As Rexy Boy opting to stay out. There's a safety car. It's not going to be a slam dunk coming to the pits because there's actually not much of a gap really from first to last place. So even with a safety car, you're dropping into the pack if you come in, no matter where you are. So now Street Boy up into 2nd place and can now try and chase down the leader, Tezza Mother. Gap just over a second at the moment, but Street Boy's Ferrari definitely is enjoying this circuit here tonight. And he's got plenty of pace in that thing here to try and close that gap to Tezza. We've got Mr. Johan and the Mark battling over 14th place here as they're going side by side here into turn 2. Through 3 we go. And Mark there on the outside with the momentum and the DRS as well. That's going to take him away from Mr. Johan and cement his position there in 14th place. So here we go then. Tezza coming over the line to complete lap 12 of the race. He's got 8 laps left to go. And obviously on his slightly older rubber compared to Street Boy, he's still pulling away from him at this point. Street Boy doesn't seem to be able to close that gap as Vista there moving ahead of Rexy Boy up into 3rd place. Trucky there getting ahead of Stiffmeister as well down the start finish straight up into 6th place. But Street Boy doesn't seem to be able to live with the pace of Tezza at the moment. He's dropping off of him quite a bit. But he's closing in at points. There are parts of the track where he seems to be quicker, but on the whole, Tezza is extending that gap at the moment. As we can see, Mr. Johan moving ahead of the mark up into 13th place into turn 1. Bit of a lock up there from Mr. Johan, but nothing doing. He's clean and calmly through there at this point. Oh no, Street Boy's lost it. Street Boy, they're getting it horribly wrong, and he's got to start to Rexy Boy and Vista there as well. Rexy Boy there's got Vista really close on him now. Oh, as Vista there goes deep into the left-hander, downhill left-hander. As he missing a front wing, I think he might be because he was really all over the place there. Rexy Boy back up into 2nd, but V10 Ultra will be looking to try and capitalise here. Street Boy though has thrown away a chance to battle for this win, I think, as V10 a little bit of a lock up there going into the left-hander at the end of the back straight, but he's still on the back of Rexy Boy at the moment. And V10 could be fancying a 1-2 here for the AlphaTauri team. Street Boy here has now lost out to Trucky as well, so he's going backwards at this point. Street Boy though trying to come back at Trucky down this little straight towards the final corner and gets himself up into 4th place there. As we see Vista coming into the pits to get that damage fixed, and also Street Boy in as well. So those two have had a collision, and clearly they've got some damage on their cars. So we've got V10 now up into 2nd place ahead of Rexy Boy down the start finish straight. He's made that move with the DRS. So now it's an AlphaTauri 1-2 for Tezza and V10. Last season's championship contenders got to be in the hunt for this season's title as well. Despite the fact that they're driving cars, the AlphaTauri, which is not the quickest car by a long way, Vista and Street Boy have done their pit stops now, they're off and away. But Tesla has got a significant advantage now of nearly 5 seconds over V10 Ultra, and looking good here for a win, as long as he doesn't mess anything up now. Nathan really hassling the back of Matty Pitt here for P6. Is he going to have a chance here? Matty getting a good exit through that corner. Rexy Boy there, losing out to Sifmeister. Sifmeister sweeps around the outside, up into third place. Nathan is also moved ahead of Matty Pitt as well, up into P6 around the outside. And Rexy Boy losing 2 places. He's now lost out to Sifmeister and Truckee, so he's down to P5. Truckee here now looking to try and pull up onto the back of Sifmeister here as they're coming down this little straight towards the final corner. Here we go then, Truckee to the inside here on Stiffmeister, and he'll sacrifice the DRS here. He won't be able to get it, and oh no, actually he will, because Stiffmeister, they're keeping it around the outside. So here we go then, it'll be DRS for the McLaren here, but he's got a horrible exit out of the final corner, and that's allowed Rexy Boy to breeze past him. Now Rexy Boy will get DRS and will be able to use his momentum here to maybe have a crack at Stiffmeister, but he's too far back coming into turn 1, and Stiffmeister's going to hold on to that one as we see Truckee round the outside there, keeping it ahead of Rexy Boy. And I don't think Rexy Boy was expecting that, but Truckee there with real confidence on the brakes and getting 4th back off of Rexy Boy there going in through turn 1 and 2. So here is that battle for third place. Stiffmeister, Truckee and Rexy Boy still going at it. Bit of a gap back to Nathan there, running in 6th place. He's got Nino Blanco still hassling him. Matty Pitt with these as well. Brinky right there with them. Matty Pitt's got a time penalty there for track limit warnings again. Nino Blanco's moved out of Nathan there up into P6 at the end of the straight, so Nino Blanco there, I think using the DRS to full effect, but Nathan's still keeping himself close here, but on those hard tyres which he had to put on early on. I think it was an impromptu pit stop there, he obviously hadn't planned it, but he's got a bit of a run here down towards the final corner. Stiffmeister in the meantime, and Truckee is side by side on the exit of the final corner. Truckee will get DRS here, down the start finish straight. Here we go, tucks into the slipstream there. He's now going to look to try and get that closing speed as Stiffmeister's got the DRS. And Truckee didn't get the DRS because he was ahead of the detection point. And Nathan and Nino Blanco side by side down the start finish straight. Who's going to come out on top in this one? You got Nathan there on the inside. Nino Blanco's going to try and keep it around the outside there. They're onto the brakes they go. Nino slightly later on the brakes, trying to keep himself there for turn 2. And he's going to be able to do so, I think. No, he has to just back out of it there. Nathan squeezing back through. Nino Blanco now down the momentum here. Matty Pitt's going to get a run here down towards turn 4. And he's going to look to the inside here. Matty Pitt's going to try and make this move on the brakes. He sends it down the inside there. And that's Nino Blanco a little bit wide. Matty Pitt slots himself up into 7th place with a lovely manoeuvre there, and Nino Blanco now down 2 places after the start of this lap. Matty Pitt up into 7th place, but with his penalty, which will lose him places at the end, obviously to Nino Blanco and Brinky, who are right behind him at this point. But fantastic racing here from these guys as we're approaching the closing stages of this Bahrain Grand Prix here at the Purple Sector Formula 1 League here for round 4 of season 10. Round 4 of this 10 race season here for the Realistic Car Performance League. Oh, Truckee's got ahead of Stiffmeister, but Stiffmeister's got a lovely exit there out of the final corner. Who's going to get DRS here? I didn't even see who was ahead of the detection point. It's going to be a tight one. Oh, it was Stiffmeister. Sneaky, naughty. He managed to get that DRS as he was just behind the detection point. And Truckee can do nothing about it. Stiffmeister using that DRS to defend into turn 1. Rexy Boy right behind these at the moment. As Nino Blanco there moving back ahead. Matty Pitt up into 7th place into turn 1. And Matty giving him a bit of a tap there. Bit of a shove. Matty will get DRS down towards turn 4, but he's a little bit too far away. Plus Nino's got DRS on Nathan anyway. So it's going to be too far away for that to have any avail here. Trucky's still looking for that move here on Stiffmeister. It's still a little bit too far away. Rexy Boy waiting in the wings as well. He'll be there waiting to pounce if the opportunity presents itself for him to get involved in this battle here. Trucky again with DRS here, but too far away. Trucky looking to the inside here on Stiffmeister into the final corner. Stiffmeister there once again keeping the momentum around the outside. Trucky this time though will get DRS because he was definitely behind. Here we go then. Stiffmeister's now going to have to weave around and defend this the best he can. Trucky there closing. Now looking to the inside here into turn one. Down the inside he goes. And Trucky there makes the move. They're up into third place. And now Stiffmeister will be able to return the favour with DRS down towards turn four. Here we go then. Let's jump on board with the Alpine as he's now closing. Now he breezes past the McLaren there. Stiffmeister back up into third place. These two chopping and changing right now. It's about who has the DRS and where. And this is going to be about right place, right time. Oh, Stiffmeister, horrible exit there. And Trucky there seizes on that back up into third place. Stiffmeister got awfully too heavy on the loud pedal there, and that was all the Trucky needed there to move himself back up into third place as the marker has retired from the race here on lap 18, and I think it's too late for a safety car, so we're just going to have to try and navigate it the best we can here. In the meantime, Tezza has backed up into V10 Ultra here. Are the AlphaTauri boys just doing this for a bit of a formation finish, you know, try and look good for the cameras, for the TVs, for the broadcast here on the Motive Racing YouTube channel? These Purple Sector boys certainly know how to put on a show, but are these two just doing this to show unity out the front, to show their dominance? Not quite sure at this point, or has Tezza got a problem? In the meantime, Stiffmeister's all over the back of Trucky here in the battle for third place. These two couple of seconds clear of Rexy Boy. Nino Blanco well within a second of Nathan at the moment in the battle for P6. Brenke within a second of Matty Pitt as well. Magpie Toon hassling Mr. Johan here for the final point. See Rexy Boy into the pits here as they start the penultimate lap of the race. Nino Blanco here down the inside of Nathan. It's turn one. Nathan goes late on the brakes, keeps it just about around the outside. Oh, Nino Blanco cuts the inside of turn one, and rightly so gets a penalty for that one. He'll get DRS here down towards turn four. And look at that. Look at the straight line speed the Ferrari's got. Yeah, he looks to the inside there. He's going to make this move way before the corner. And Nino Blanco, despite his penalty, does get that move down up into fifth place. As we see Mr. Johan also getting ahead of Magpie Toon. But Magpie Toon's trying to hold himself on the inside here. Who's going to come out on top in this one there? Mr. Johan with the momentum. But Magpie Toon with the track position there. And gets himself up into a ninth place there. This Magpie Toon. Nathan here, very close on Nino Blanco. Can he get the exit here out onto the little back straight? I don't think he's going to be able to here. Lap and a half left to go here at Bahrain for this one. Nathan's still putting this pressure on Nino Blanco, trying to force him into a mistake if he possibly can. Gap at the front, just over a second between Tezza and V10. So Tezza now keeping that gap to his teammate. Looks like he's going to bring this one home. Still surprised at how V10 closed that gap in the last few laps though. I wonder if Tezza made a mistake. If so, is V10 smelling blood here on this final lap of the race? Here's Nathan then with DRS down the straight towards turn four. He's going to look to the inside here as Nino Blanco allows him to get that, to work that gap. Down the inside he goes. Nino Blanco there keeping it around the outside. Nathan isn't going to get a good enough exit there, and Nino's going to hold on through this next section here. Brinky is all over Matty Pitt here for 7th place as well. Gap at the front, 7/10 of a second between the top two. We're going to jump to them in just a second. Looks like V10's left it a little bit too late here. Tezamaz's got one sector to go. Can Nathan have a crack at Nino Blanco here? He's going to try and go for a nice exit here onto the back straight. Doesn't really get the exit he needed there though. Needed a slightly better traction. He didn't quite get what I think he was looking for there. In the meantime, Tezamaza here has got just one corner to go. He's got his teammate for company, but his teammate's not going to be able to thwart him today. Teza's managed to play it absolutely brilliantly here. Managed to get the jump on Street Boy. Street Boy led the first in, but couldn't deny him. As Teza coming up towards the line, it's going to be P1 for Tezamaza here tonight. V10 Ultra 2nd place. The Alvatari in dominant form here tonight in Bahrain in the end. It's going to be Truckee over the line to come over to complete the podium here in 3rd place. Stiffmeister is going to finish this one in P4. Ahead of Nino Blanco, who will finish this one in 5th place, just ahead of Nathan in P6. In fact, no, Nathan gets ahead of Nino Blanco, so Nathan P5, Brinky P6, Nino Blanco 7th ahead of Mr. Johan 8th, Matty Pitt over in 9th ahead of Magpie 2 in 10th, with Street Boy missing out on the points in 11th after such a promising start to the race. Rexy Boy over in 12th place. Just coming into the final corner now will be Vista, who's going to finish this one in P13 or P12. I'm not quite sure. Stiffmeister there DNFing it showing there. But Vista up towards the line. P13, P12, and Oliver P13 as he comes over the line. And that is that then, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight's action. So that is your Tezamaza Your Race winner here for Purple Sectors Formula 1 League here on Thursday night. Obviously, you guys watching this on Sunday, I hope you're enjoying the show so far. Obviously, we had Purple Sectors Tuesday race on before this, and here you've had the Thursday race as well. Rounds 3 and 4 of the season for the Realistic Car Performance League. Shaping up to be an exciting one here with the AlphaTauris looking so strong. And make sure that you stick around because we'll have Friday's action from Motive Racing's Formula 1 League showing in about a minute or so. Straight after this, pretty much, we'll have that on. So stick around for that. And obviously after that, we've got the live action from Assetto Corsa Competizione on the PlayStation 5 for Motive Racing's GT3 Championship. That'll be live at 8 p.m. tonight, UK time, and that is live. These are all pre-recorded, the F1 leagues, but the undercard's all pre-recorded, but the GT3 is live and uninterrupted from 8 p.m. UK time. So yeah, definitely check that out. But from all of us, it's a big thank you, and yeah, see you very, very soon.